So I move on. So we have, this is the first open webinar that we have organized. We will not be, there will not be only Ariadne presentation. We have a lot of customers and partners that they will also speak about what they develop and what they have achieved on top of Ariadne or as a side product. I will start with our product presentation. So this is our official product launch. We are developing this product since years now. We are in many years with a minimum viable product, let's say, but today we believe that we have made a complete product. And I will start. So. So, first of all, what is our product? What we do? Before Ariadne, if you want to measure the flow of your visitors, so how the people flow inside your building, you would have to hire people that they will follow your visitors and they will mark the location in a piece of paper. I did find this online. I took it from a customer, and this is how the customers used to do the flow. How they used to analyze the flow. We fully digitalize this. We digitalize this automatically without the need of anybody to install an application, without the need of people being connected on the Wi-Fi. Without the need of cameras. We do not buy the data from LTE, GSM. We are generating the data before Ariadne. There is no location in the data. And we don't ask people to carry some hardware. We are already carrying hardware. We already carry a phone. Our phones are emitting signals. This is why we buy them, because wirelessly communicate. Our phones are emitting signals, even in aeroplane mode, as we have seen before in our presentations, they will not affect. We provide devices that they can sense those signals, and we can estimate the distance between the phone and our devices. As a result, by using multiple hardware, multiple devices, we can pinpoint the location of the phone. Our hardware can be equipped with SIM cards, so they can stream even in locations where Wi-Fi or Ethernet connection is not possible. And they can also be waterproof, so they can be also installed outdoors. Of course, we are not the first ones who do this worldwide, so I have mapped the competition, I have mapped other companies in two axes. The x-axis is the coverage, so from 100 visitors that they visit my business, how many am I going to count? And on the y-axis, the bidirectionality. So from 100 people that they are going to visit, how many can I communicate with? And the first example is the applications. A lot of solutions, a lot of applications. Why? Because they provide this bidirectionality. So when somebody visits the shopping center, maybe they will decide to be navigated in the shopping center. However, we see this again and again with existing customers. If they provide navigation, if they provide navigation, they one in 1,000 people are going to be included in analytics. So from 1,000 visitors in your shopping center, one will download the application of your shopping center, and you will be able to generate some useful data. Then other solutions is based on Wi-Fi. So people that will be connected on your Wi-Fi can also you can also generate some analytics for them. However, fewer and fewer people are connected on Wi-Fi, and it generally depends a lot on the vertical. So airports, for example, you may have even 40% participation, 40% of the visitors might connect on Wi-Fi, but a retailer, a store, we see like 1%, 4%, etc. Another solution is ultra wideband, so beacons based, where you tag, for example, the basket in a supermarket, so you can track the location of the basket, which is a very expensive solution. So it's not really scalable. Usually, you will only limit into a subset of your visitors for generating analytics. And there is no bidirectionality unless if you also invest in a very expensive infrastructure like replacing monitors on the trolley, which we see more and more today. Then we have presence, which is mostly cameras. Usually they are placing in the entrance of a store or of a shopping center, and they count how many visitors are entering the place. They are very good on counting, although they very often tend to double count or to under count depending on the placement. So if you place it perfectly, you still may end up over counting because people go in and out always. And they don't provide bidirectionality, so it's a unidirectional solution. They can only track, they cannot communicate back to your visitors. Adriadne provides both. So for 100% of your visitors, we can tell you, and we can provide you analytics. And for those who wish to be interacted with our devices, so for those who do a handshake with our devices, we can also provide analytics, communication, sorry. You can also text them, you can also welcome them the next time they visit a shopping center or your store. So our product, we analyze the product, or we view our product. Also, you see, for the 2 days we are here. Also, I speak more internally now. Our product is analyzed on layers of detail. So we have different levels of detail. And the first level of detail is indoor mapping. We talk about digitalization. It's not possible we don't have a digital model of your infrastructure. Industry 4. All of these buzzwords, they mean something. So when you want to pinpoint a broken electricity lamp or some broken equipment, you can pinpoint in a model. And this is the model we provide you already in an offer stage. Already in the offer stage, which is zero cost for us. So we can generate an indoor model. You can also generate the indoor model yourself, and actually most of our customers, they maintain their models manually themselves. There is in our dashboard, there is a selection for this. There is a specific dashboard for this, where you can draw the areas that you have inside your airport, your shopping center, your retail store, etc. If you know how to use Paint, you know how to create areas of interest. And this is all then digital. So we provide a digital model, geolocalization model that can be used with any other application. I have an example here where this two-dimensional model that I generated becomes three-dimensional, and you can use it to pinpoint areas inside an airport, for example. And you can already provide this model to your passengers. They can imagine, for example, a passenger arriving in gate 41 and they want to look for a location inside the airport, let's say Hanson News. So you can look for where is the Hanson News, and you'll be navigated to this. We still haven't installed Adriadne, we still haven't provided any analytics, and we still provide ROI, we still provide a solution. The next level of detail, which is again on the zero level, is 0.1, which is the Wi-Fi. Today, everybody needs to replace the Wi-Fi. There's Wi-Fi 6, Wi-Fi 7 is coming, so we need to be able to serve the visitors, the customers, and you need a new hardware. The study that we do in an offer stage is practically the same study or very similar study to the study that you need to decide how many Wi-Fi access points you are going to need if you want to replace your Wi-Fi or you want to provide Wi-Fi in your building. So, with the study that we will do for you for preparing an offer, we will already tell you how many devices you need and what is going to be the expected accuracy if you install devices in the locations that we have designated. The Wi-Fi provides 2.4 GHz, 5 GHz, 6 GHz with Wi-Fi 6 today. It is a MIMO antenna, so we can serve multiple people simultaneously. It is dual band, as I mentioned, and it provides the connection end-to-end encrypted. So that we avoid also this humiliating thing that I see very often in hotels, non-safe network. So the network that we will provide, if you have, so for the people who have visited our offices, we provide the Wi-Fi through our own hardware, and you don't have this bad experience of customers. And the best of all, you do not need to connect every device to the Ethernet, which reduces a lot of costs. So the devices generate a mesh network. One device relays Wi-Fi to the next one. This moment, I know, at least by heart, I know two entire shopping centers that we share, where only 2 devices per shopping center are connected to Ethernet. All the rest is a mesh network. So this is a total different order of magnitude difference in the cost. Now we go to level of detail 1, which is the marketing, and now we have some Adriadne service, and so we have installed Wi-Fi through Adriadne devices, and we have created the map earlier for the offer. So now imagine your visitor visits your infrastructure, connects on the network. They may wish to opt in because they are loyal customers. They want to register on your loyalty network. They may wish to opt in. And if they opt in, they get immediately as a reward the navigation. No need for an application. This is exactly the next page that they will see after they opt in. So this is a web. It is the landing page for your Wi-Fi. This is running on the Wi-Fi. So they can be navigated in the shopping center or in an airport. And the next time they will visit your infrastructure, you can welcome them. You can say, "Hey, welcome back to my store." The next level of detail is presence counting. This we have developed after a demand from customers, because not everybody wishes to count people based on signals, and we always want to have a redundant also estimation. So how it works is a time of flight sensor that you place over the entrance in order to count how many people are passing inside. It is not a camera, so we still are compliant with GDPR. We will not violate GDPR for any reason, and it can multi-count. So you have people parallelly going in and out. It will multi-count. It is as accurate as a camera by still respecting the privacy of your visitors. Then we have the level of detail 3, which is the card counting. So, and this is also important. This is also came out from a lot of requests from customers, and also by us monitoring how much the customers are suffering. Why? Because if you don't have available trolleys, which is often the case, which we notice with all of our customers, when you are out of trolleys, when you are out of cards, your basket size will dramatically reduce. So we measure again and again, basket size is half, it's almost 50%. So the people will enter the supermarket or they will enter your store, you will not provide them a card, and they will end up spending approximately 30 euro per customer. 90 minutes, we should measure 9,000 euro loss of revenue. And this is interpolated to a year with a 500,000 lost revenue. 500,000 lost revenue. So we developed this product as a complementary product before we even generate any analytics. Why? Because this is the lowest hanging fruit. This is the highest ROI with the lowest friction for installation. It's just one sensor that you place over your cards, and it counts how many cards you have available. The next level of detail is level detail 4, and this is the people counting. This is what most of you are familiar with. This is our main product. So we have people counting, and now I go to our dashboard to present how it works. So you can select a period of time. I'm selecting here a month, and you can see how many unique visitors you have during this period of time. So 28,000 for 28 days. What are the top 5 locations visited, and how many people visited your store every day of the month? You can break it down also to hours, so you can see a heat map with every hour and every day of the week, so that you know how to better schedule your employees, where you should expect the peaks of visitation. You can see how long the people spend as a pie chart, so groups of people, 1 to 10 minutes, 10 to 30 minutes, how many people stay between those time periods. And of course, you can see a high-level heat map with the areas of interest that you have designed before, as I mentioned earlier in the detail 0. And you can see red and green areas depending on the visitation. Now you can also select a second time period. So I select the previous month, and I can see how my store performed when it is compared to the previous month. So 23% drop on visitation. Which areas increased and which areas dropped? Because even though there was drop in visitation, we still see areas that had increased visitation, and how visitation occurred every day of the month that I'm examining. You can see how the people flow inside your building. So they went from location A to location B to location C, etc. So you can examine the entire flow of your visitors. The next level of detail is trajectory analytics, and this is really a more detailed view. So you can, first of all, you can see the heat map, so you can see where the bottlenecks are, where the most visited areas are happening, where is unexpected high flow. You can also animate, you can see how the flow evolved during the day. And you can see even if customers, if visitors used your shortcuts, or they continue flowing as expected, as you wish. So the shortcut usage, there is an example of 2 shortcuts usage in this animation. Or you can also dive deeper to a specific area. So you can see, for example, oh, I have a heat map, I have a hotspot here. So how is this hotspot performed? So you can see, okay, great visitation at hotspot, prolongation. I took out the person from the main aisle and they visited inside the product and stop and pull. So they continue going inside the product. They didn't go back to the main aisle. This is almost impossible to measure manually. Then we have the level of detail 4.1, which is the turn-in rate. So where the analysis that I did by my eyes before, now you can do it through data. So you can quantify. I can go to turn-in rate and I can see 68% of people visited my second floor. It is 1.4% less than the average retailer of the same category. I can go inside the floor. So, how many people, what is the conversion, what is the turn-in rate for each group of areas? So 45%, 7.7% more than the average retailer. I can zoom into the group of areas, and I can see each area inside this group, how it performed. And here I can select a specific area, and I can see all of these levels of detail. So the first is of the funnel. How many visitors were in the shopping in the store? How many visited a group of areas? How many visited a specific area? How many visited the hotspot that I had planned? And you can see how this visitation of hotspots evolves over time. So you can do experiments, A/B testing, day to day or hour to hour. This is the promised flow. So I want my visitors to visit first this hotspot, then this hotspot, and afterwards to go back, to return. So this you can quantify today in real time. The next level of detail, 4.2, is industry benchmarks. So when I have a chain of stores, so I have multiple stores, and I want to be able to compare them against each other, I just select the industry benchmark, or if I don't have multiple stores, I can still compare the performance of my store against the average store, the average store of the same category. So here I have selected one specific store, and I compare it against the average, how it performs as visitation in the total visitors. Or I have a specific organization, and I select 2, 3 stores, and I can compare those stores between each other. Also, again, on the total visitation. Now, I want to compare this specific area, the area where I have the discounts. I cross multiple stores, and I want to see how this specific area has performed. So I can select 4, 5 stores, the area where I have the discounts, and I can look how they perform on total visitation. So next to each other, each store is next to each other, and I can do this comparison. The next level of detail, which is level of detail 5, now we have integration. So we can integrate Ariadne with other source information. Take as an example sales, and so back to the dashboard, I can select the sales conversion, and I can select a specific product. Let's say that the period 26th to 2nd of July, 26th of June to 2nd of July, I had an offer in the IT department. I can compare this to exactly the previous week. And I can see that this specific area had an increase on conversion by 0.2, which is not considerable, and this is important, and I will go deeper to it, but it is important. It is important for my presentation now. So you see that the average visitation in the store has been increased. The average visitation in the specific area has been increased. The customers, the number of people who buy this product, have also increased by 10%. And when I select now, so the units have also increased, bringing an additional revenue of the magnitude of €2,342. But as I said, the conversion rate has not dramatically changed. Another thing that changed is that the people who went to buy this product end up also buying other products from other categories, for toys, books, telephones, so all of this. So those people who went for this specific discount, they end up visiting these other areas, and they end up cross-buying from these specific areas. And here we can also see how long those people had to wait in order to be served. I said earlier that the conversion didn't change dramatically, and now I can go and see why. So the level of detail 6 is employee scheduling. So we provide tools to debug your employees. Those tools can be integrated with your existing scheduling software, and and will provide will provide the input that those software require. So first, I can go to the insights. So this is the insights of my people in this specific department. IT is a department. I will go to the same time period. So 26th to 3rd of July, and I see that I had lost opportunities of the magnitude of 8.5 thousand euro. Why? So there is a lost opportunity 2.28, 2.38, etc. What you see here is the correlation of the employees which were present with the visitors that they had to serve and the conversion rate. So I will pause here so that I will present it better. So you can see here that when an employee has to serve 3 people per half an hour, the conversion rate is about 30%, which is still good, of course. But when they have to serve 1 person every half an hour, the conversion rate goes to almost 70%, 65%. So this means that even though I did this discount and I brought a lot of traffic to this area, I didn't do all the sales that I could have that shift if I would have taken into consideration also a better scheduling for my employees. And actually, we can go deeper and we can see that there are lost. There were lost peaks. Sorry for this. So you see here that the peak of the employees is even if up to 4 hours earlier than the peak of the visitors. So when most of my visitors were coming to the store, my employees had already finished their shift because the way I organized their shift was not aligned to the way that my visitors came to the store. This is already a lot of information to be digested by your scheduling softwares, but we can also elaborate, we can also go deeper. So we can give you the opportunity to go to the employee planner. You can map all of your areas. So you can you can go to the department, you can break down your store into departments. You can specify which department which departments you need people to serve, because not every department needs people to serve. You know, some areas can be self-served. So you can define the minimum number of employees that you need in every department in a day. You can then go to your employees, so you can add your employees and you can define their availability. So how many hours per week are they available to work? If they have day offs, when these day offs are, in which department they are trained to sell. So an employee is also linked to a department, and then you can execute the scheduling, which it will generate you shifts. It will generate you shifts for your employees. So when they should start the shift, when they should finish, this will provide you also in an Excel format that you can download and you can distribute to your employees directly, or to the managers of your stores. So we are Adriadne. We are today in more than 18 countries. We have deployed our solution in more than 18 countries. We serve 6 different verticals. We serve airports, we serve shopping centers, we serve hospitality, retail, transportation, and most important also smart cities. We have already served big logos, very successful customers, and we're very proud for it. Thank you very much. And now we will follow. Actually, no, I think that maybe I can take some questions, and we can also have our partners and customers speaking about.